What do we do with this podcast? Do we retire the fame marketer?
I've thought the same thing. For the amount of time it's been going, it hasn't had the growth.
So what's the objective? Yours is to grow the podcast, get more people into school, get more people onto Yastanek, right? Mine is to get more users over. Can this podcast produce any of those outcomes?
We're going to get found when someone types in marketing. We're screwed. I think it needs to be niche.
A lot of resource goes into this. Is it worth it?
I'd rather him spend a day a week optimizing our YouTube channels. YouTube is still by far the best lead generator. If we were to get my YouTube doing what the podcast is doing, we've just doubled the business. Or we battle against everyone who's trying to set a bloody podcast up, and it's a losing battle.
You've got a new I've never seen this t-shirt, Michael. This is new.
Primark, Le Primark.
Is it new?
Maybe new to you, not new to me.
Okay, a little styler.
Yeah, gotta keep them on their toes.
Well, welcome back, Nick.
Well, are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was the intro, was it?
That's how we roll, mate.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, hi.
You all right?
Yeah, good.
Good. You got your whoop on?
Yeah.
Have you upgraded?
No.
Oh, go on.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I am going to. I'll tell you why. It's 4 to 7 days. I was on holiday, wasn't I? So I didn't want it landing while the Airbnb people at the house. And then I'm now not around at my house for another 10 days.
Okay.
So I'm not going to order it now and have it sitting outside.
Okay.
So I'm just going to wait.
I'll keep an ads.
But I tell you why. I tell you what the bit that actually got me a little bit annoyed.
Go on.
I've done my free trial, and I suppose it's pretty self-explanatory. But you know, when there's quite details, what do you do at the end of free trial and the frequently asked questions? Well, and if you don't want to continue with the free trial, you get sent a pack and you put it in the box and you send it pre-posted, all this sort of stuff. And then I was like, okay, no, I'm going to keep this. It's either 26 quid a month now for the normal one, or I can go to the MG, which is the newest one. And it does everything. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll upgrade. I went to the upgrade, went to check out. No, I don't want a new strap. I do want a new strap. I want a waterproof strap because this isn't waterproof. So I have to take it off to go in the shower. The new waterproof one only comes in bright blue. They haven't brought black out, grey out. Just a bit random, like that's just weird.
I take my watch off when I go in the shower.
Do you?
Yeah, because otherwise you have to.
I take my watch off when I go on my other watch. Yeah, I take my watch off.
Yes,
but
that's not too much of an issue.
Yeah, I know. But I want. But then I was thinking about, because I was going on holiday, I would just go in the sea with it and stuff. I don't want to have to take it off.
So like I would just go in the sea.
So then I thought this morning, well, digressing a little bit, but I thought, I'm going to check on Amazon. Amazon just do all 10 quid, throw from China, fit all the different watches, done. So that's what I'll be doing rather than 79 quid, I think they charge. So anyway, so I go on to the upgrade, put in my car, 349 quid. This doesn't make any sense. So I'm going around the roundabouts. I'm going onto the chat room. I'm going to the FAQ.
So 349's gone out of the account?
No, it would have. No, if I had pressed upgrade, it would have. And you're automatically on an annual. So that's that. It's not split into. So I was like, okay, well, why is it only giving me annual? I don't want to pay up front for 349. I want to pay annually like 30 quid a month because that's what I want to do. I could not figure this out. So I was going for it. So I left it. I was like, I'll just come back tomorrow and figure it out. Going back on again, go through the same processes. I was just like, what is going on? It's like, this is a paid monthly thing. I can't pay monthly when I want to upgrade. Ends up in the really small print that you can't do it whilst in a free trial. The free trial has to end, go into a £26 monthly for your normal device, which, by the way, I spotted because it was on an annual, so about 250 quid was about to go out of my account, and switched it back onto monthly, waited until thanks for your upgrade, now you're in, then you can upgrade back onto 30. I thought it was all a bit confusing, to be fair. I thought it was a bit confusing.
Seems
and nearly got caught out.
But you're still a customer.
I'm still a customer.
They've not lost you.
I look at it every day.
I'm getting ads for it all the time. So.
You're not their target market.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm getting ads for it because I think me and Nick spoke about it.
Yeah.
I had a good one this morning, though. So whilst I was away...
Where you been, Nick?
Mallorca.
Nice.
Didn't really drink, but I had a drink. You know, in the evening, having a meal, a glass of wine, maybe a beer, and all that sort of stuff. Which is not usually my holidays, as I like to have a little few more than a normal drink and wake up a bit fuzzy. So I decided not to. But even those couple of drinks, you have your sleep, got all my sleep. Recovery, yellow. I hadn't been in the green all week. Got back, Still was in the yellow because we had a later flight back, all this sort of stuff. And then this morning I woke up 5:30 and I was like, I didn't go to bed until about 11:30. Woke up at 5:30, I was like, oh, it's 5:30. I should probably really get back to sleep. Couldn't get back to sleep. Wide awake. Stopped my nap. Went on it. Ended the sleep. Full green, 98%. You're fully recovered. Go get the day. I was like, that's cool. And I felt it.
Nice.
And if you don't feel it, it's like your stress has gone up, everything else, and you're just feeling lousy. And it says, yeah, you're going to feel lousy today. Take it easy. So really good. So I'm looking forward to the next bit where I get like my age, my whoop age, depending on how I'm dealing with life. Hopefully it says I'm 37 and goes down and doesn't say you're 49 and goes up.
No.
It shouldn't do. But yeah, so I good for 30 quid a month. Yeah, I'm in. I'm done. Yeah. And then you're in it forever, aren't you? I mean, you're in it forever. Because you just be like, I'm just going to carry on doing it.
Not interested in a week chance,
no, but I did want to see what my age is.
What's my age again? Name the band.
What's my age again? What's my I couldn't tell you.
Blink 182.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm just interested to see how fitness age. Go on, let's have a guess. Bear in mind I'm 35. So what's my fitness age? What do you reckon?
38.
So you're going 38. Why?
Because of the amount of running you do.
What think of?
You'd go past. I think there's a chance you could go past.
Okay.
Too active.
I'm too active.
I said 32.
Okay, I'm 29.
Really? That's good. Okay, I'll take that back then.
You've reached your target fitness age. Keep focusing on following and maintaining your fitness. Yeah.
That's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I'm fucking jacked.
I hope mine says something like that.
It won't. Let me tell you that.
It might.
No, well, I do a lot, don't I? I'm quite an active person.
Yeah.
But that's good. 29. I'm, coming.
Don't look at that.
I'm 36 next week.
We know that. Or older.
All right. Anyway. Okay. Right.
Beard and bald head.
Say again.
Not 29, is it? Oh, sorry. You're here.
I'm 29 this year.
Yeah.
So it does happen at that age.
Well, yeah. Or we can just pretend.
Wear a wig.
He said he went to New York, or actually went to Turkey.
I will be going. No about it. I'm not going to just grow old gracefully.
But you're going to try and make it look like you haven't gone.
No, it'll be fully. I'll have a shaved head for 3 months, won't I, while it's all growing back?
I look better with a bald head.
Yeah, you do look better with a bald head.
Yeah, I look fucking ripped.
Yeah, you do look better with a bald head.
I don't.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm not, no embarrassment. It's just like.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to like.
Are you booked?
Like, pre-booked.
I get in there.
No, I know. I feel like I'm sitting more on top now.
This isn't news.
No, I know, but I've still.
Do you know the Titanic?
I think compared to other people who are 47, I've still got a good head of hair.
Yeah.
James has put it in your head, I think.
He has, yeah. It's every 3 days for 10 years. Yeah, it does. It's trying to create some insecurity.
Mate, it looks good, honestly. It's great. It's great from above.
So, I'm not. I am going to get it done though, for sure.
No, it's good. Right. Today we are actually discussing it. And it's quite a pressing topic. He like doing that,
Mayor of London.
No, absolutely nothing to do with Sadiq Khan.
What is he stepped down yet and gone into a hole?
No, but I think you've gone into a little vortex of that on your socials. I think you've consumed one piece of content that's just like
But he's an idiot anyway.
I know, no, we know this, but this isn't news. A bit like it isn't new. But I think you've gone down a little wormhole of the Sadiq Khan Trump because he is an absolute numpty.
Yeah,
but he's been pulled up against all sorts. Sadiq Khan, like he's a numpty, utter numpty.
Yeah.
Anyway, pressing this podcast.
What?
Well, what exactly? That's more my point. So I've been pondering. So I'm going to get rid of Beauty.
Okay.
Just wasting. Well, she's not wasting me. She actually does a lot, but I don't think it's actually moving my needle enough.
What, like the lives and stuff like that?
Yeah, I just don't think it's just.
You've given it long enough.
I've given it more than long enough. And to be fair, I still get probably 10 people turn up to every one. But I'm not getting 10 new users every week.
Exactly.
So Beauty's going, right?
So you pivot, yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to pivot. And obviously with the new investors coming in, which obviously is good news. But pondering, what do we do with this podcast, and what's the benefit of it, apart from me and you giving each other shit every week.
Yeah, I've thought the same thing.
So yeah,
Because I look at the stats, and I know we have a bit of banter on here, and some people give it back and forth.
it's great for TikTok clips.
But for the amount, it's great for, and that's my whole thing. But for the amount of time it's been going,
Exactly.
it hasn't had the growth.
No, it hasn't.
And I think of mine. I was probably just a bit luckier because it was really early days for podcasts. But there's a lot more noise out there, which could have even be affecting my growth because I'm trying to get more growth on mine.
Everyone's got a podcast now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more growth on mine, and our stats every week are the same. I haven't really grown much. Tell a lie, I'll have a look tomorrow. I think it's still growing, but a very slower pace.
You're still generating revenue from yours into the ads clip, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, so it's still growing in that way. But I'd like to see if there's a way. I'm prepared now to spend some money on having an expert come in the pod clinic and actually growing the podcast because there's too much value there. See what I mean? But this one is, it's great for clips, but it's not producing revenue.
It's not producing revenue. So I was pondering on like, if we were a client, if we were an agency of us and we were their client, what would we say to that client, right? And it'd be, okay, well, what's the objective? Well, what's this?
That's the podcast. That's like this podcast.
Okay. Yes. Looks like shit. What's it compared to Nick's?
Yeah, so you see, we've had growth. So then it's just more. Then it's just it's about the same, isn't it? The new pod will come out. The new episode will come out.
Yeah.
You get more, then it'll drop down. Then it comes out, it drops down.
So it kind of hit like the high like in 2021, and since then it's been about the same.
Yeah.
112,000 downloads is very good that day.
Yeah.
That's cool, isn't it? You think about that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like when I have spoken to other podcasts, like someone said to me because I looked at the stats, someone who we were going to come on as a client who does podcasts, but he did it for business, is not enough for what I need to do. He said you're in the 5%.
Yeah, no.
And how many podcasts that just no one listens?
Yeah.
No, you're generating revenue. So back to where I was going. So what's the objective, right? What was the objective of this? It was, it's not, we don't really know. But what could the objective be, right? So you want to grow, your Facebook ad podcast.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you want. So just from a business perspective at the moment, do we go to your stuff first and then my stuff, right? Because it's different. Yours is to grow the podcast, get more people into school, and get more people onto the ads clinic, right?
Yeah.
That's the objective, okay? Mine is to get more users of Rupert. Really simple. Now, in the line of this, can this podcast produce any of those outcomes? So can this podcast give me Rupert users? Can this podcast give you more people into school, into the ads clinic?
If done differently, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, from my point of view, if it was always about Facebook, it's giving a lot more content that could be filmed, put on, as podcast content.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I would be able to use it for.
Yeah.
And from your point of view, the problem we've got is that now we would, if we changed it, we're going to start a very long journey to get to where we need to go. But it needs to be a niche, doesn't it?
So I was pondering, so if you were to take, it's not so much my stuff I get, well, maybe my stuff, actually no, not my stuff, more your stuff. So I would know, when I spoke to you about it earlier this week, and I was sort of pondering going, a lot of resource goes into this, time and all the rest of it. I'm thinking, is it worth it? Yeah, that's the reality to it. We've done, 100 and how many episodes? 115?
This will be 115.
It's going, isn't it?
Yeah,
right, it's actually, fair play. And if we were using comments on TikTok as a revenue stream, we'd be up there, but we can't. Annoyingly. Yeah. So it's like, could you change this? It's not the fake marketer. Could it be like, SaaS versus service type, where you talk about a service-led business, what you're doing, and I'm doing SaaS. So we're building our profiles, using this as building our profiles. See what I mean? So it's like, you're using it as more top of funnel, pure awareness, just to. No, I'm not saying this is right, by the way. I was just thinking out loud, going, okay, well, to be fair, it doesn't take loads of time because we've got it to an absolute T now in terms of the process and all the rest of it. But it's like, could it be reworked? Could it be renamed? Because we've got 115 episodes. They could be backdated. It doesn't really matter what it's called, does it?
Yeah.
Could it be SaaS versus service? You know what I mean, or something like that. So more everyone who's in the service business, say everyone would listen to it, but everyone who's trying to build a service business, because it's always the grass is always greener. I'd love to have a SaaS business, and the SaaS business, I'd love to have an agency again, service. You know what I mean? And sort of talk more about our weeks. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking out loud, really.
Yeah, I get the point. I think it's just if you're talking about your weeks, there's less of a focus of the actual episode type thing.
But Nick and I will have this week will be about how Nick, he's going through some challenges on his school.
Yeah.
Or how you are. Okay, let me just rephrase that. How you think you want to get your school better. But as we spoke at the end of the day on the phone, I was like, I'm not saying, yes, it's not doing what you want it to, but it's actually very successful. See what I mean? I don't know if because that would be the theme of that week. See what I mean? So it's not like.
Would people who want to know about that join Nick's school?
Or potentially.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's what we don't know.
Because that sounds more to me like it's aimed at other people who also have a school.
Yeah, but we're just talking about one element.
No. I'm just saying whether it would be more relatable to I'm also building a school, or I'm also building a tech platform more than I'm.
Yeah, but he's growing a service business.
No, I understand why. I'm just saying.
The school is just an element of that.
On that particular episode, but there could be others like how do you get the workflows to work better to keep people, why people not turn up to calls, and how do you get them to come back in, and why, all the trials and tribulations of trying to grow
a service business. And then from a SaaS business, there's all the that comes with that.
Essentially a coaching business. There's really a coaching business, isn't it?
Well,
Rather
yours.
than a service business.
Well, yeah.
The call I was on earlier is a landscaper, and he described it like I've called my module local business, but he's described it as he's a service business.
Yeah, that'd be true. Yeah, I don't know. I was just sort of thinking out loud. Just last week, just sort of, because money's becoming tighter and tighter and tighter. It's just like, right, we need to get the most out of what we've got. And it's like, okay, well, beauty can go because, again, it's not moving my needle. So, and this is one of those where it's like, it's great. And we've got, we're getting downloads and all the rest of it. But actually, how can it be more? How can we get more from it?
I agree.
But it's also, I think it also needs to be a topic that is going to get us in the algorithm. Because, is mine because you type in Facebook and I come up and there's not loads of people doing Facebook podcasts. Well,
if you look at James, I mention this guy quite often. Obviously, he's got very different type of podcasts, but James Sinclair, right? The James Sinclair podcast, right? So I listen to his. He does 2 or 3 a week, but he's interviewing business owners. They come on with their challenges. Although he's got the guy who I actually emailed today, James Burt, who does it with him. I don't like they've gone down less of the route of. It's more sort of 40% them talking and just around, and then 60% of the challenges. I'm personally only interested in the challenges. I don't care about their week. Yeah, but they're very good, But he uses YouTube as YouTube is one of his, and he's got
the CEO headline colouring as well, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's really good content. It is very I'm a big fan of it. I think it's actually very, very good. He's interviewed people but he's got his podcast is growing. A lot of it's through word of mouth, and he's got a lad called Chuds as well, who sort of does who's basically you, Michael, who does all that stuff. But it's good, it's good it's really good content. It's really, really, it's very, very good.
Because I think that's what you wanted the fake market to be originally. You wanted it to be you bring people on and talk about.
Yeah, but that's just the problem is it's just more resource that needs to go.
It's just hard, isn't it? It is hard. I mean, when you listen to the Diary of a CEO,
well, they're paying.
But he's just the amount of money that he's spent to get that show where it is.
Yeah.
He spent millions on he's got, 6 people around him to get.
But remember, with your podcast, you're generating revenue from it. It's profitable.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very few podcasts do that.
Yeah.
Very few. but can we generate revenue from this, or can we use it as a broader brand awareness?
I think it needs to be not broader. I think it needs to be niche. I think we need to find something that's niche that we're going to get found when someone types in marketing. We're screwed. It's going to be one of the biggest channels in podcasts, isn't it? Like, you're up there with all the biggest names in marketing. We're out. Whereas Facebook, Alex Hamoud is not doing a podcast about Facebook, is he? So I've just got my usual suspects that I see all the time. There's 4 of us, and we're just all putting our same content out.
I think I get it more with Nick's side. I just don't know it as much with the Rupert side. Because people will search for Nick's ones because they want help with their Facebook ads. So they put in Facebook ads, but I don't know what someone looking for stuff to do with Rupert would even search.
Yeah, I've just typed in like business, for example, and it's, like Big Fish with Spencer Matthews, Martin Lewis, there's, the usual.
That's the thing, isn't it? But you're up against them already.
It's the people that you already know who they are, and now people listen to their podcast because they know who they are, not the other way around.
I still come up top.
Yeah, I know, I was just saying that.
There's new on there, social marketing nerds, Facebook ads and social ads. That's new. I've not seen that one before.
Yeah, so you go. That's just my thought process.
Yeah, no, it's a good thought process.
The SaaS versus the ads.
Oh, that's a foreign one, actually. The one that's catching up. It's not even British, English, so that's good.
You're safe there.
But it's interesting. So, when did Charlie last do his? 4th of the 6th. For that 2nd of the 4th.
Which is why,
it's once a month. It's just not enough.
No, but you're consistent now because you've got a good flow with Michael and that. So that works. But yeah, I'm just sort of pondering on if it was more. By broad I mean I don't mean broad is in terms of that. But if it was more, if you use someone like Bad Friends as an example, but obviously you can't use it as an example. But they grew because of their clips online, right?
And they're bloody funny.
They're fantastic.
So that's what's grown those clips. It's still the same clips that I see and I still watch and still engage with them.
I sent you one the other night, just hilarious. Yeah, I don't know.
They're not trying to convert anything, that's the thing.
No, but by convert is what the objective is now. If the objective is to get loads of eyeballs on what we do, great, it's top of funnel stuff. We're not getting enough eyeballs on it. See what I mean?
I think even if we were to forget podcasts, I think we would do better. We would do better if Michael's time was editing this, and what the time you take to doing that, he'd be better to get good at building those two YouTube channels.
What YouTube channels?
Yours, Road to 1,000 users, and my Facebook ads. If he invested time and money into learning what I'm. There's a lot of people in school who are using YouTube to push people. And like the guy last night, he was giving me some examples, and he said, look, that guy's got like 16,000. He's doing like 64,000, and his traffic comes from YouTube. And I said, well, how long did these take? He said, to be realistic, a couple of months. He said, there's people on here who've done it in like 3 months. There's one guy who was like, proper went for it. He took 34 days. And he said, you don't need 100,000. At the moment, that's where I'm pulling my hair out. It's like, how do I get that optimized, and how do I get the podcast optimized? I'd rather him spend a day a week optimizing our YouTube channels, spending time on educating himself and whatever on how to do that. Because that's his, he's in that world.
No, I don't disagree.
To finish off what Michael's doing with videos, editing is brilliant. He can spend more time editing the videos. So like my podcast could have, a bit more time putting some pop-ups on it, like Ben Heath does, and it's banging out. And then Michael could say to me, actually, whilst doing that, I want you to actually go into it, and then I'll take the screen recording of you doing something in the ad, and actually become proper ones. Because if we were to get my YouTube doing what the podcast is doing, and it's actually getting double the amount of people coming and going, I've watched you on your YouTube, I really want to get on a one-to-one, the same, that we've just doubled the business from him doing that. Or we battle against everyone who's trying to set a bloody podcast up, and it's a losing battle. YouTube is still by far the best lead generator for people.
Yeah, well, I'm on YouTube. I watch it religiously. It's where I go for.
There's a reason why Alex Hermosa uses that, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think the issue is trying to do both with one. Because I can see how if Nick has his podcast, which makes sense because it can all be about Facebook ads, but I don't see how you could do one podcast that hits both.
No.
You know what I mean? Like if James had a Rupert podcast and was like what you do with the LinkedIn Lives, where you're like, here's why dealing with comments is blah blah blah. Here's why engaging with it.
Like you like the way you've got your head into, what you do for this podcast and the TikTok and by the way, the videos that you do for Rupert, where you're sitting on the video and you're doing this, brilliant.
Right.
I think they're absolutely excellent. If you put that time in to growing those two road to 1,000 users. That road to 1,000 users might get to 1,000 users using YouTube. And generating leads under the description. The only thing they do is you want more information, go to school.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we for the next week? Well, 2 weeks on my way now. Next week, why don't we come back with a bit of a
monthly targets on the YouTube growth, what's coming off it. Converse, we're about to plug it in. When it gets plugged into Rupert, to help with the comments.
Yeah.
And you becoming like you're there. You got the videos. Like the last part now is how you grow YouTube. How you grow, and you've got 2 YouTube channels there to grow, which have got content, really good content going in both.
And we can look at what courses there are and all the rest of it.
Yeah, because that guy, the guy off school, he doesn't have all the flashy stuff popping up on his podcast. He's like, I'm plug and play. I'm just talking about a subject that people want to watch. It's the keywording and the keywords in the description and all the things that I don't know enough about because I'm not educated in it to grow a channel.
Are there any schools on YouTube?
Yeah, there will be, yeah.
Could be a school. Could be in a school, Michael. But I'm up for that.
So utilising his time better.
Well, I was thinking while you were talking, even if... Because there's parts in the Road to 1,000 Users where you talk about specific topics about what you're doing, and even if you took a section out of that and made that into a standalone YouTube video and was like, from Road to 1,000 Users episode, whatever, and then it can be titled Why We Changed Our Sales, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it's like you've got a podcast and a vlog.
Yeah.
Because I'll see how that, because Nick has obviously ones where he sits down and talks about this is how you do this, and you have that within the vlog, but you could just pull those as actual videos as well as the...
Yeah. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we have a little ponder for the next 2 weeks and come out with a little bit of a plan? And do we retire the fame marketer?
Yeah.
Do we put it out to pasture?
But I think, if we, the YouTube stuff, you give it a realistic, till December, see where we are in December. These things take time. A little course on school, find something, register to it. That's two big things there that could possibly grow really well in the next 5 months from that. All I need is a few leads and one to close of people that close from a podcast. I mean, I would say that my closing rate from a podcast lead has got to be in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that we can get that from YouTube.
Oh, no, I know. I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we do that 2 weeks? Have a little ponder?
Challenge.
We'll have a week off
And
next
then
week.
as he's learning it, it'll help with how he edits it because people will start saying this is how you want your intros and there's also YouTube ads.
Yeah.
YouTube ads I'm hearing is doing some really good stuff.
We did it for the charities.
There's a lot of good stuff happening with those.
Yeah. So, I think we do that. A couple of weeks. Come back. I'll be back from Austria and then we can have a little... I'll be something. But we can have a little
Yeah.
catch up live.
Yeah. Because I think even with YouTube, then we haven't missed out.
No.
Like that's still a huge growing. I mean, it's unbelievable as a channel.
Yeah,
I'm watching it on TV. The only thing that annoys me with TV is the adverts, James.
Yeah, the
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's on YouTube TV already.
On YouTube TV, if they've got a way, if that's their tactic to get Nick to pay 10 quid, I'm nearly there.
It's more, apparently YouTubes get the most revenue from people who watch on TV because of all the ads.
Yeah.
But it's the creator that puts them on. So they can choose how many they have per episode. Yeah. So it's the creator.
But I'm watching the Alex Moda or something, and I just do a little bit of fast forward. And it's like bang, another. I'm like, oh my God! And it's like you can't get into it for free.
Get YouTube Premium Lite now, which is cheaper than.
But this isn't included in my Prime, is
Yes,
it?
it is, because it's Google and it, not Amazon.
Of course it is. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that.
Okay, should we do that then? Yeah. I've got to go to an event downstairs,
Yeah.
which is why.
Okay, bye.